and welcome back to Gaming Valkyries. I'm your host, Nars.
I'm Ellie.
I'm Kitty on a leash.
And we have a special episode like we do all the time. I like to say that we always have a special episode because every episode is special. Like, when would you ever have a podcast full of ladies talking about gaming? That's not special in itself.
Okay.
But anyways, we have some amazing news today, actually. This just passed, I wouldn't say this past week, but maybe in a couple weeks, we've been seeing a lot of interesting consoles, interesting tech, especially from CES 2013, that have seemed to be threatening the big threes, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. And the big three are being threatened by, the small three, which happens to be the Oculus, the Ouya, and the new Nvidia actual control. It's like, if you look at it, it's gorgeous. It looks like, I said this before, it looks like an orgasm in a box or in a hand. But it's literally, it looks like a 360 controller with a screen on it, and you can pretty much be able to play games, I believe streaming from a PC right to the console, which is actually very interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's like, even Valve is coming out with the Steam box as well, and it's just like there's a lot of people that are now actually saying that that indie is now going to be the new AAA, and there's a fight between will the AAA stay as the top, or will it be overcome or defeated by indie games. And a lot of people are beginning to realize that the video game industry as a whole is declining in sales. I mean, if you were to see the records for the past 10 years, it actually has declined more than 20%. And as companies try to lift the sales without dropping prices, it becomes very difficult. When you have big consoles like Xbox and PlayStation that use Blu-ray and HD, you see these small indie companies like Ouya and the Oculus kind of like do bring something on a whole new level, but do it so inexpensively that it kind of like it makes you double check. Well, why would I even bother buying anything from Microsoft, Sony, or Nintendo when I could just get this and then be able to play the same game that I bought on my PC on this console and then play it on my HD TV. Like, I'm excited. I don't know, are you ladies excited for it? I don't know.
I'm curious to see just how it's all going to be, especially the Nvidia.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I really want to know, because it's like when they announce stuff, you can't exactly trust it until it comes out and see how the market receives it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it looks, I mean, you can get the Oculus now, but just like the Nvidia, it looks gorgeous. It really looks gorgeous. And the Ouya was already sent out as a developer's kit to tons of indie companies or any company that requested it. So the Ouya is already set, the Oculus is already set, and the Nvidia is not very far behind it. And I guess at this point it's just kind of well, all right, like Ouya and Oculus, pave the way for the Nvidia and kind of just. I'm not necessarily saying take over the big three, but definitely bring something else to the table. I mean, personally, I'd like to see something different. I don't know. In other news, Forbes Gaming actually just released 2 articles of the same topic. Senator Rockefeller actually believes or has probable evidence that violent movies and games cause aggression behaviors in kids. And again, this is, the recent shootings in Norway, Aurora, and Sandy Hook have brought politicians, family, friends, and even, professors and professionals to come together to, for a common good. But is the common good under the same notion, the same ideal? And a lot of people, especially in the cyber world, are beginning to realize that they're diverting from the real ultimate issue when it comes to this, and it's how weapons and guns are falling into the hands of those who cannot make conscious decisions before they take people's lives. And if the mass media, if the audience are aware of the fact that, and commenting, Forbes magazine's posting these articles and people commenting right after these articles, why are you diverting from the main argument, from the main topic? And it's not that video games promote violence, it's how the heck do weapons get into the hands of people who are mentally ill, people who shouldn't have weapons. Why aren't there, stricter gun control? And I mean, whether or not this probable evidence is true or not, I beg to differ whether the motives of Senator Rockefeller to find the actual causes of aggression in children to be quite benevolent, attributions. I don't know. Like, I don't feel like he's really looking out for the interest of people. But
Well, my question is, how do little kids have access to very violent video games? They're not supposed to even play those games.
Yeah.
So that's not gaming; it's parenting.
yeah, it really is. And like, the ESRB rating was created when this happened like a couple of years ago. I forgot when, but more than 10 years ago. That's why the ESRB rating and the ESRB was created. So it's kind of
Let your kid play Call of Duty when he's not 18 and when he's mentally, hopefully, stable by 18.
right. I don't know. It's just it's debatable. In other news, I guess on my end, I just recently went to a demo night at the Microsoft building in Rockefeller. It was one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had, and one particular demo that I saw was a demo for a company called, the demo for something called Respirite, and it's pretty much they created like a machine where you inhale and exhale into, and it was connected to an iPad, and they showed how they created a game where it teaches either athletes or children with respiratory problems how to inhale and exhale properly in order to combat either problems with respiration, or just to practice for athletes how to breathe properly when they're playing sports. So the company who created the actual machine was looking for other game designers and game developers to create games for the machine, and I think that was interesting because it was like a mixture between tech, science, and mental and like health. And I think I really want to see video games kind of like go towards that, where it goes towards medicine, tech, and then like health, and it's like this whole new brand new field, and we're probably gonna see like games in hospitals, and that would be fucking awesome.
That would be really cool.
Well, which reminds me, there's actually, I don't remember which hospitals, but there are certain hospitals that actually have a program where they have a Wii with almost all the games for sick kids to play with when they're stuck there. And I think it's pretty amazing that I think they have something with Nintendo to have these kids, instead of, sitting there moping, they have games to play for free. Like, and, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Alright, that's all the news on my end. What about eValley?
First off is the PS4. There was actually an older article when I read it in January where Sony president was kind of like, well, we're going to wait for Microsoft to announce their console so we can see what they're doing. But I think by now they are impatient, or they want to release first before Microsoft announces theirs. And according to a lot of the articles that are floating around, PS4 might be called, I think, the Orbis. That's still rumor, but it's a very interesting name because it goes away from PS whatever, and I don't know what to expect. This is what they're saying the specs is going to be in it. That the system memory is 8 gigabytes, video memory is big, GPU is 4x dual core AMD 64. The GPU is AMD R10XX. It's going to be still Blu-ray. The hard drive is going to be 160 gigabytes, and it's going to be coming out with audio with HDMI and optical, which is normal stuff. But I'm just really curious because they said that they're retiring their controller, the DualShock controller, and they're probably redesigning it.
Oh,
That's
That's what I'm really interested in. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's because they want to make it maybe closer to like an Xbox controller. The reason why I say that is because PS3 controller, I feel like I'm gonna crack it in half.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel right for FPS. No offense. But that's all the news that they're talking about. So we have to wait until February 20th to see if they will like definitely announce what the hell's going on. And everybody's just talking about it. And I think like there's an article that was published. I don't remember by who, but it had like 8 million hits. It's because they're announcing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure everybody's wondering what is going to happen and if Microsoft is going to start releasing their information soon.
Yeah, Microsoft is really falling behind.
Yeah. Well, I hope they have good news when they actually do come out and say something.
Although, I think PlayStation or Sony has it worse only because they've been losing out money every single time they were selling a PS3 before. I don't know if you guys remember when PS3 came out, not a lot of people could afford it.
Yeah.
It was like expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Xbox is catching up with revenue, and I don't know, it's just something about, I think the PS3 when it was created, the way the parts were made, they were charging slightly, like just about, they didn't profit much from the console until like now they know how to like make it cheaper. Before, they weren't making that much money from the console itself. And I don't know if you guys remember that. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that. Wow.
Yeah, so they weren't profiting much from the PS3. And, on top of it, their online system, multiplayer was free. And then they recently did PlayStation Plus. But, I'm saying, like, Microsoft is profiting more because, we're paying that,
Yep.
whatever, $39 to $60 for the online service, which I like, actually, better than the PS3.
Right.
But who's making more money?
Mm-hmm. It's true.
And then my second topic is that video game surgery, the heart surgeon video game. It's been floating around everywhere, and I think PewDiePie was probably he might have been the first one, or just most popular guy. So obviously it became viral, and a lot of other YouTubers that I know also started doing it. And basically, it's this really kooky game that you have this odd hand, and you're like one-handed trying to do this open heart surgery, and you try to break this guy's chest with a hammer. And,
Wow.
yeah, exactly. And it's really weird. You guys should really watch how other people play it, because it's not like a normal one where you're like, oh, I'm reaching my hand, it's grabbing. No, your hand's like flailing around. It's like a rag doll with a hammer. And you're supposed to replace this part, but instead, I saw like one of the guys, they cracked open the rib cage. They tossed out the lungs, tossed out the heart, and you have to try to like use this like flaccid arm, flip open the box with the new heart, and dump it back in. Then you're quote unquote done. Nars told me that that's ASDF. I didn't even know that what was controlling it. I thought it was just normal mouse and keyboard. But
No, every finger is controlled by like one button, like WASD, and like you have to like push all the buttons together to like grasp something. So it's like really,
it's really awkward looking. It's not like I said. That's why I was like wondering why is this game so quirky. Like I like it, it's so funny, but now I know why, because it's ASDF. How do you control it? But it looks hilarious. And I got to read more about the story behind it. This game was only created because of the San Francisco Global Game Jam, where teams had to make a game based on human heartbeat in 48 hours.
Oh yeah.
And the people from Bossa got really positive reviews after they finished the game, and then all of a sudden it became viral, and they like released the beta simulator. So they're thinking about releasing the full version maybe later on next year, and they might even do something about brain surgery and dentistry. I don't know how realistic it's going to be. Is it going to be quirky like this? Or very realistic? I don't know, but Nars, this actually goes back to what you were talking about, games being part of technology and science and helping better, people and knowledge and through a game, because games make things fun.
that's crazy.
Anyway, see? Do you have any news?
Yes, I do, actually. I have news for all of the people interested in Call of Duty. There's going to be a $1 million challenge presented by Microsoft and Activision. And, yep, it's going to be a Call of Duty tournament, Black Ops 2. There's going to be a 32-team tournament, so 32 teams, and this is going to be under League Play. You have to first take part in the February session, After you register for Call of Duty Elite, the top spots will head to the tournament, which is going to be in Hollywood. And it's also going to be streamed on Xbox Live for everybody to go ahead and check out. And honestly, I'm pretty excited for this because, like, my clan, we're trying to assemble little small groups to go ahead and actually compete to place on the league. And I happen to be in, like, one of the teams, so I'm really excited.
I'm really excited for you.
Yeah,
Seriously.
thanks. Yeah, I think this is really good because hopefully it should bring a better light to Call of Duty as being more respected in the esports world.
I think Call of Duty is more respected than Halo because Halo's not even in MLG
Yeah.
bracket at all. So I'm pretty sure Call of Duty is very, very, very well respected right now.
Well, I wish you luck. Definitely, man.
Thank you.
I'll be cheering you on.
Better place so you can represent girl gamers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are they?
Ellie?
They must have gone in.
That's funny.
Really? Okay. I'm gonna say it because Allie is too shy to say. Allie, congratulations to being Frag Doll's 2013 Cadette. Yeah, Allie was nominated as one of the newest members of the 2013 Cadets for the Frag Dolls. And honestly, on the whole roster, you are probably the only one that actually looks like they play games.
Aw, don't say that.
But seriously, all the other girls, they look pretty cool. But, you know, congratulations, Allie. I know that you worked hard for it. But yeah, I mean, I could see bright and great things for you. And we only wish you the best. Just, you know, keep the girl power. You know, keep the positive imaging and positive representation. And we love you, and we're so happy for you. Yay! Yay! By the way, guys, even though our yays may sound kind of pathetic, we're actually really, honestly, like, we're happy for you.
I understand. I'm feeling tired. It's like 10 p.m. So I don't feel any hatred or anything.
So if you guys are like, oh, they're not really, they're probably jealous if we're like, no, we're not.
No.
We're not at all. We're not at all. We love Allie, and we're so happy for her. And, like, you deserved it, girl. Like, it was about time.
Totally.
Yeah, seriously. Okay. So enough about news. What games are we playing now? I can't say that I am playing a new game. I'm playing the same thing I was playing before, which is like Chrono Blade, or trying to because my computer sucks. Chrono Blade, Tekken, Black Ops, and I can't think of anything else. I don't know. What about you, ladies? Playing anything new?
Me, it's not really. Well, for me, it isn't. I know there's Black Ops 2. I don't know. Kitty, did you play on the DLC yet?
No. I don't even know if I want to spend my money on it. Because
That's exactly what I said.
I don't remember saying, like, oh my goodness, all the maps, everybody just camps too many corners, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, ugh, I'll wait for a sale.
Then again, like, what map don't they even camp at?
I know,
Yeah.
right? I want to play on the
Seriously.
skateboard map. That's so awesome.
I saw it. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. But
There's
I don't know
a
if I wanna
skateboard
spend-
map?
Yeah.
Holy
so
shit.
dope.
I want to play. I don't want to pay for it, though.
But I did get to finish Far Cry 3,
Yeah.
and I feel like I was just like, I'm not without spoiling anything. I kept saying this throughout the whole game, so I shouldn't be spoiling anything. I was like, I feel like this whole game felt like he was high as shit and just high. Just high. I don't even care what happened in the end. He's just high the whole time.
That, like, okay, the crop burning scene where you have to go and, like, into the field. I swear, Jason had to be, like, high or something, because he's, like, shaking and,
He
like, the
was.
screen
Do you
was
remember
moving.
when you start lighting up the crop?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure when he started smelling it looked like you were drunk, that drunk woozy feeling.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And like, he is high as like even the stuff that he stabs himself with, you don't know. And also with Citra, she gives him random shit to drink. Who the hell drinks anything from someone you don't know?
Yeah. It was a little
I don't trust anybody.
Unlike some parts.
But definitely a great game. It was just fun to play.
Oh,
Yeah. If any of you ladies finish playing, then you can let me borrow it.
Yes, we can. I still need to. Although I have to ask Kitty, I heard co-op's campaign is different from solo.
Yeah, it is.
I want to play. I haven't played it yet.
Do you want to play with A?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And then we could give Dars our copies.
By then, I probably will have my own.
Aw.
Whatever, it's fine. I have my Bulletstorm, and I'm totally happy with that. Waggleton P. Tally Liquor, if anyone knows what the fuck that means. That's what's up. If anyone knows what that means, they're awesome.
No idea. Oh, and of course, I've been playing a little bit of League to keep my League skills around.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah?
Nice.
Nice,
Pretty
nice.
much it.
Yeah, I haven't touched Guild Wars 2 in like so long, and it's because I can't afford to go to the internet cafe where I used to go and play. I used to go for free, and then all of a sudden the guy was like, "Oh, no bitches 2013," and I was like, "I'm offended that you call me a bitch." And he was like, "Not like that, but like, you know, like no more people coming in for free," and I was like, "I'm still pissed you called me a bitch, fool." Whatever, so I'm not going. It's like $10. You know, like I'll stay there the whole day, but it's like $10, and it's like it adds up if I'm going there like 5 days a week.
Yeah, that's like good pricing.
So I could just like use that towards actually building my own computer, which is what I'm gonna do. But
Awesome.
I'll probably be doing a video, so
Yeah, I will definitely be watching it.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. That's gonna be hot.
I know it's gonna be hotter than barbecue on. I don't know. I'm
Ribs.
terrible. Yeah, barbecue on ribs. So
I guess like for me, I've been playing like Black Ops 2. Also Chronoblade. Oh my goodness, this game is so fun.
it really is. Like I was so addicted to it.
Just like I was really interested when I figured I could like link stuff together. You know, like to create a big chain of attacks. Oh my goodness, it's too
It's
fun.
like Tekken, but like Tekken and then Diablo and then like Torchlight, and it's like
Yes, it's actually a lot of people commented on the video of when I played. They did say Torchlight. It also reminded me of League. I mean, I'm pretty sure all these games, besides rolling, it's gonna be almost the same because it's like you have your ult, that special Q or whatever that shit is, or A, where he smashes into the ground and shit flies up.
oh, I play
thought
as
those-
I play as Lofi. Is her name?
Yeah.
Girl,
I
didn't get to
switched
play as her. I
for both of
didn't
them.
even know I could switch.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
I didn't know until the end. So I was like, no, I played as a guy. I'm not playing as a girl right now.
So awesome.
Seriously, she's so cool.
Dang. But yeah,
Damn.
like just I've been playing those two games and as well as Maple Story.
Oh, you brought it back.
I know. But it's really weird. I'll sign on for like 10 minutes and I'll get frustrated and like sign off. And not touch
It is.
for,
It's
like,
a
3 days.
It's a really frustrating game.
Yeah, I'm like at the point where it's taking forever to level.
That's precisely why we should push
yeah.
east, not west.
I hate grinding.
I hate grinding too.
That's why I like playing Guild Wars 2, because it never feels like grinding. It feels like, oh, I'm just gonna explore over here. Oh, I got experience. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go to the top of that mountain. Oh my gosh, I got more experience. Oh my gosh, I went into this hall. Oh, I got more experience. Oh my god, I want to do this jumping quest. Oh, you gave me more experience. And it's like, I'm like legitimately getting experience for everything I do. It's the most amazing thing in the world. Like, I revive
Get
this
rewarded for
random-
everything.
Yeah, for everything. It's like, I'll revive this random person. 100 experience. And it's just like, shit. Like, I don't even need to participate in events. I'm just running around in places.
Walk one footstep. One experience.
Good experience. It's like, you just leveled up to 50. And it's like, well, gosh, gee darn it, I'm 50 now.
Oh my god.
Like Disney World. Sign me up.
I can't wait to get my new computer.
I can't wait for you so I can get jealous.
Seriously, all can come over to my house. You can like play it on my computer.
Imagery from inside the Dragon's Triangle.
Yeah, but I'm really excited.
I'm excited too.
So,
Tell me you're serious.
I don't think there's any new events coming up. I know tomorrow is the New York City gaming bloggers, podcasts, and YouTube meetup. So if you have a podcast, if you're a blogger, if you're a YouTuber, or if you're looking for experiences, it's happening tomorrow. But probably by the time anyone hears this, it's going to be already too late. So, be sure to go to NYCGBP DPY, I think it's called. And just like sign up. I know they're gonna try to be doing another one really soon, but it's just an opportunity for just like, you know, YouTubers and bloggers and podcasters to get together, to network, to seek opportunities, to grow, the whole shabam. So
I have a question. Do you know anybody that we might know that's going?
me.
Besides you.
Chocolate Lemon Gamer is going. Killjoy Videos, the YouTube channel. There are a couple other channels that I don't know off the top of my head, but I mean, you know, I know there's like a bunch of other ones. I'm not really sure, but yeah. All I know is that it's a good amount of people and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah. Hopefully, maybe the next one will be on the weekend or something. I think
I would love that because I can't.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be, the next one's gonna be on the weekend. If the meetup gets sponsored, I think it's gonna be on the weekend. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited. Alright, so wow. So yeah, we'll go straight into our topic for the night, which is sleep deprivation and self-control in video games. I know that's kind of like a what the fuck mouthful kind of thing, but like come on, be honest. When you're playing a game, don't you like deprive yourself of sleep just so that you can be able to finish that round or finish this quest or just get to the top of that mountain so you can get experience? And honestly, like, you know, when it comes to games, you have a tendency to deprive yourself of sleep, you know, until 5 in the morning, and then you have school or work at 7, you know, but it's all about self-control. So I guess we're going to talk a little bit about our experiences, and I want to start with Kitty, to be honest, because I know Kitty want to talk about this.
I can do this.
I have very bad self-control when it comes to video games. Oh my goodness, it's been like ever since I was little. I mean, I try and get stuff done, like my homework, try and get it done, and then I'll game like all night till it's bedtime. But I feel like now that I'm a little older, it's harder because, you know, I have to wait for my boyfriend to get out of whatever he's doing. And sometimes I want to play with him, so it's like, oh, well, let's play something. And it's like, oh, it's getting too late, blah, blah, blah. So then I end up staying up later to just, you know, get my gaming fix for the night. It's hard to kind of control it too because there's always something to do in a video game.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but like seriously, for the past 4 nights or so, since I don't really have classes I have to go to, most of mine are online, I've been going to bed around like 3 or 4.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then waking up super late, which is not good.
That's not me. I go to sleep late, I wake up early. It's
Allie, I remember, and I kid you not, I think Livewire and Dash, Livewire from Christopherian, and then Dash from Girl Gamer Vogue, they were saying, doesn't Allie, like, stay from, like, 10 p.m. to 10 in the morning playing games? And, like, legitly, I think someone texts you, or, like, someone said they text you and then message you, like, 3 in the morning, and you're like, yeah, I'm still playing, I'm recording right now. And they're like, bitch,
yeah, they did.
And they're like, go to sleep, and you're like, no.
And it wasn't just them, it's like other people realized that I don't really exactly so.
I thought that was the funniest thing because I was just like, I could have told you that Allie doesn't sleep, and they were like, yeah, but it's kind of crazy. It's like I went to sleep at 10 and then I woke up and she was still awake, and I was just like,
okay. It gets even worse when my friends from the UK or Australia, they're like, I just woke up, and then they go back to sleep. And they're like, Allie, did you not go to sleep? I like seriously woke up. I saw you. I go back to sleep at night, and I see you again.
yeah. That is crazy. I admire that, but that is crazy.
No, it's I need to correct it because I think what I do is I only get right now max of 4 or 5 hours of sleep.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. And you just started school, so it's like it's tough.
It is.
You need to have self-control.
I know, hence the title of this.
Hence the title of this episode. But don't you feel like not sleeping affects you, or like I don't know, like I would like for me not sleeping really affects me, and I think that's really interesting how like you can get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep and like you can still manage to like go to school and like, you know, continue on your next day, and then even like, you know, can you like go on to the next day and like do the same thing? Like 10 to 10?
I don't think I should, because I noticed because of the lack of sleep, I have been having like issues retaining stuff for school. Like, let's just say I had a test. I could try to study ahead of time, but that doesn't work. I have to study maybe like a couple hours before a test, keep that information. Wow. I mean, it could be just me being crazy, but I really think sleep does make a difference, because there was this one time when I wasn't sleeping a lot, and I noticed even with Call of Duty or Halo, like my aim was off, my concentration wasn't there because sleepy. And now it's okay because I think my body started getting used to it, but it's not good. And on top of it, being gamers, you need those, I think, 7 to 8 hours of sleep so your metabolism is good.
Yeah.
And I don't get that.
No. I'd say at max I'd get maybe 6 hours of sleep if it's something where I have to get up kind of early. Like either 6 or 8, but I'm kind of one of those people that can just wake up in the morning and be like fine. I'm not too groggy or anything.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
I'm not like that. Don't snap at people. But I will say is that I do get my work done even if I don't get sleep. I'm like oh, I haven't gotten much sleep. I get my work done. But I do notice some of the people that I do talk to who do YouTube and go to school, sometimes they have problems also balancing that because they're too busy making these videos, and then they're like, oh, I have to go to class. I'm like, wait, didn't you say you had to do homework? They're like, yeah, I'll figure it out. So I don't know like how much self-control people really do have.
That's crazy. I mean, but then so a lot of YouTubers, they're sleep deprived because they're constantly recording and playing.
I mean, I think if they weren't YouTubing, they would probably either be gaming, but because they're doing both, I guess it's a little bit more productive to just playing games and not sleeping and not doing homework.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, I know personally, I don't know what it is, but my body physically cannot wake up if I don't have 7 hours of sleep. Like, it just,
Are you a deep sleeper?
Huh?
Are you a heavy sleeper? Like you
No, I'm not a heavy sleeper. Like, any sort of noise. I mean, to be honest, actually, you know what? It's really weird. Like, sometimes I'm a heavy sleeper, sometimes I'm not. But, it's just weird, like, I'll wake up, like, I'll put my alarm clock at 7, but if I went to sleep at 3, and I have to be up at 7, and I have my alarm clock, I will legitimately wake up, turn my alarm clock off, bring it with me to bed, and then, like, sleep in bed, and whenever it goes off, I'll just keep smacking it and turning it off while I'm in bed, and it's like, I never wake up, like, it's just, I just don't wake up, and then, like, once I've had 7 hours of sleep, then I wake up, and I'm like, oh, shit, I'm late.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, it's really crazy. Like, I have to get 7 hours of sleep. Like, the minimum is 6. And it's just, like... And the thing is, like, before, I used to, like, wake up, like, like, really early and then go to sleep really late. And it's like, am I an old fart? Like, I'm not that old, but, like, shit. Like,
I don't know. It's weird. I feel like I'm an old fart, too. Like, but then at the same time, like, I can't sleep properly. Like, I try to sleep at, like... I've actually legitimately tried to sleep at 11, and then it's like 12, and then I'm like past that certain point, and then like you're not sleepy.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
It's hard to get back on that schedule.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sometimes I wonder if, like, staying... Because you know how, like, when people travel to, like, other parts of the world, like, if you go to Japan or China, some people just, like, stay up late, and then they kind of, like, by staying up late, and then like, going on the plane and sleeping on the plane, and then going there, they, like, automatically reset their clocks, or something like that. Or, like, if they're here and they're used to going to sleep, like, if you're on vacation, for your entire vacation, you're, like, going to sleep at, like, 3 a.m. and then waking up at, like, 12, some people say, okay, I'm going to just stay awake until, 10 o'clock in the morning, and then, stay awake until 10 o'clock in the afternoon the next day, at 10 p.m. the next day, and then go to sleep. You'll knock out, and then, like, you will reset your clocks. In actuality, that's wrong, though, because every hour that you're depriving yourself of sleep is kind of like rollover minutes, You roll over the hours of time that you didn't sleep, and your body still needs the time to sleep. And by missing out on it, you actually still need to make up for that. So then, if you try to like reset your clock that way, you actually need to sleep even more then because you.
Oh god.
You know, yeah. It's kind of like every single hour that you don't sleep, it just rolls over, and your body just still needs that hour or two of sleep. So that's why you'll constantly feel exhausted and you constantly will feel tired.
Dang.
That makes sense, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. And like sleep deprivation has a lot of. I mean, they have some short-term consequences. Like I know, like decreased performance, which is what you feel, and alertness. I know it's like memory and like cognitive impairment. It can also affect like stress, like with like relationships with other people. So you can become more moody and like more prone to conflicts because you're just so irritable. But in the long term, some consequences are like high blood pressure, heart attack, heart failure, stroke, obesity, attention deficit disorder is another major one.
Yeah.
Mental impairment. I think it's like you're more prone to accidents because obviously you're not sleeping, as much, and I think it also affects child growth. So like your children are more likely to have like Down syndrome or like mental retardation if like your sleep deprivation increases for the long term.
Oh man.
Yeah. So be careful because again, it's not like severely fatal, but it does add up and it does like affect
I think
other.
it does.
Yeah.
It does.
It's just like the thing is with games, it's like it's so addicting. Like I know myself whenever I'm playing Guild Wars 2, like that's the whole reason why I went to the internet cafe and like paid $10 because I was going to be there from the time they opened at 10 till the time they closed, which was 11. So I think it's gonna be actually bad once I get my computer. I'm never gonna be off.
I gotta be like, has anybody seen Nars for the longest time? She's gonna go to Comic-Con.
Seriously, you guys are not gonna see me anymore.
Yeah, wait. She's like, wait, I had to do the Skype thing? Wait, I had to do the Gaming Valkyries? What's that?
What's that? I totally forgot that. Oh man, but I can't wait. I can't wait to get it. But I know it's gonna. I know I'm gonna have to undertake some self-control, and that's all it's about. But
It is.
I don't know. What about you, ladies? Do you feel sometimes it's hard to just like control yourself? I don't know.
Yeah.
It is. I think part of it also is the escape from reality, because obviously gaming is like in a very happy-go-lucky round world. Either if you're being, I don't know, a mage in a game and healing people like Unars, right? Or me and Kitty, we get rewarded with kill streaks and killing, other opponents, getting, challenged by each other. That's addicting.
Oh,
You're always getting rewarded.
Especially, like, my biggest thing is, like, RPGs and MMORPGs. It can't happen. Like, they'll keep me up all night, literally. And I'll be on it for, like, hours. Just, like, 12 hours pass. Holy crap, really?
Yeah.
Like, what?
That's why I have to, like, space myself out from playing them. Like, I know I cannot do it, like, weekly.
Seriously, like I think
You made it.
what was it? I was reading somewhere that like whenever you're playing a game and like you're finding yourself to not have so much self-control, that you should start putting timers on yourself. So like let's say that you time yourself for like 2 hours, and then you have to do like immediately when those 2 hours are done, you have to switch to doing something else, which is like doing the dishes or like fixing your bed or eating dinner or like taking a shower or like or something.
I've been trying that recently, and it's still hard. Because I'll put it on, I'm like, okay, 1 more hour should be good enough. And, like, as of recently, it's like the 2 games that have been getting me have been Maple Story and Minecraft. Because
Minecraft is a killer.
Even back in the day when I used to play Maple Story a whole lot, we spent, like, every friggin' day on that game. And that was definitely not good at all. And it's like, I don't want to get stuck back into that, where I am losing a lot of sleep and spending all day looking at the computer, which is not good for my eyes, even though I've worn glasses for years. Like, it's just still not good. So I'm
yeah,
trying
it's
really
so
hard to just
serious.
space myself away from, like, not Minecraft, but, you know, MapleStory and Minecraft and stuff. Because I'll put things off for a good while.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And you just don't have track of, like, time or day sometimes. You're just like, what? That's how I feel like.
I think the worst experience I ever had where I had sleep deprivation was when I was like in high school, I think, and I got Dynasty Warriors 5, and I remember it was Christmas vacation and I got it, and for one entire week I was just like in such severe sleep deprivation that I was like dreaming strategic battles so that as soon as I woke up I would jump back on Dynasty Warriors and then like execute these plans, beat the game, and then like continue playing until I went to sleep. I didn't even eat or drink. Probably like pooped and pee like a couple times, but it was just like it was the most like I wish I could have.
That sounds like an intense war.
Yeah, it was a severely intense war. It was so addictive, and like I know some people are like Dynasty Warriors, it's like man lame. I'm like, well, you know what? Screw you. I don't give a shit.
It's whatever game that you like. No, that's your business.
Yeah, seriously, it's like whatever. But
your health is important.
yeah, but I mean, but like, you know, when you're young and like, you know, you have all the health in the world, you can deprive it for a little bit, I guess.
You guess, and then you push it back to a higher age. You're like, yeah, when you're like 60, it's okay.
Yeah. But I think an interesting concept is kind of just like, I know some people are like, some people don't have the self-control to like, especially when it comes like to MMORPGs like WoW and Aeon and Guild Wars 2, like they just don't have the self-control to like, you know, and that's why those games, they have like those timers like you've been playing for 5 hours, maybe it's about time to take a nap, you know, or something like that.
Yeah. I have a friend who was literally addicted to World of Warcraft, and he's for years, like ever since maybe high school, and he's still addicted. Like, he'll text me once in a while, it's like, hi, how have you been? And it's like, I haven't talked to you in 4 months. Have you really been playing World of Warcraft this whole time? And he's like an insomniac. He cannot sleep. And, like, he'll go weeks without sleeping, and then he'll sleep for like 3 days straight, and then he'll keep
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, he's absolutely addicted.
That is crazy. I think that's insane.
I mean, there's
I
like
just
nothing
feel
I
like-
can do either to help him.
Wait.
Like,
What about Raw?
how do I phrase it so I don't offend anybody?
What about meet up with Raw?
It's kind
My
of
question is, how does he support playing WoW?
Well, how does he support himself? Period. Like,
His parents,
You know how
he
to
lives
use
with
one
his
of these?
family, and like that's all he does is play World of Warcraft. And the sad thing about it is that they don't like try and push him to go out or anything. And they actually play World of Warcraft themselves.
Oh my god, that explains it all.
yeah, it does explain it all.
I was about to say, parents understanding WoW
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense now. Did they meet on World of Warcraft?
probably.
Oh my god, that is hilarious.
I mean, I love the mechanisms of World of Warcraft because there's like no other game where you can just feel so a part of something that's so much meaningful. I mean, I don't know if you guys read, there was an article that came out a couple days ago where a 10-year-old boy saved his sister by using tactics and skills that he learned in World of Warcraft. So like in World of, he's the level 30 warlock, I think it was, and like he learned that, you know, when a lower level character is like being attacked by an animal, you're supposed to taunt it, and then once you got its attention by taunting it, you play dead. And he did this, and he saved not only his sister but he saved himself, because the moose, you know, got the moose's attention, and then, you know, the moose got like, you know, like disinterested, you know, in a dead little boy, and then he ran away. And it was like he went home and he told his parents like, Mom, Dad, you know, like I saved my little sister, you know, using World of Warcraft. And it's like booyah, bitches, you know, like online games actually do something productive. They don't just kill people and like have aggressive, violent children and shit like that. I was like really happy, but I mean, that kind of like, I don't know, like I think any game that, you know, truly inspires, you know, young children to like, I don't know, like, you know, actually learn, you know, important things and like bring people together in a social environment. You know, I feel like, you know, World of Warcraft in a way has that addictive behavior and like that kind of like reinforcement that you get, that if it was to transfer into reality, we would become like super geniuses or superheroes, or probably, you know, flying cars going to other colonies in space or some shit like that. I think it would be it would be a fucking awesome time. Like, I don't know. It aggravates me because like there's so much potential in gamers, and it's like, you know, there's like, I'm not saying that they're wasting it in World of Warcraft, but like it could be, you know, it could be transferred or, you know, used in reality if only reality could be able to offer the same sort of reinforcement and like, you know, in the same atmosphere and environment. So.
Yeah.
It's like blabbering for a minute.
No, I'm like starting to get out of it because I'm like feeling slightly sleepy. Myself.
It's okay. It's like, yeah.
Talk about self-deprivation and sleepiness and shit.
Talk about self-deprivation. Allie is falling asleep.
Sorry.
It's okay. But I think I don't really have anything else to talk about when it comes to sleep deprivation, other than, you know, try not to, like, it's hard. I know it's hard. It's the hardest thing in the world to be able to, like, you know, tackle something that gives you what you crave for, like reinforcement and just positive regard in a social environment, and just like, you know, I'm reading Jane McGonigal's book Reality is Broken, and it's one of the best books in the world. Like, I highly recommend it to everybody. And you know, she constantly says over and over, games provide us with something that we cannot get in reality, which is why we turn to video games. And it's like, you know, if we can be able to bring, you know, if we're able to bring those things out from games and into reality, then maybe we can stop, you know, like sleep deprivation. Because that's the only reason why we have sleep deprivation, because we're getting something in virtual reality that we're not getting in reality. So,
I mean, that's a really good book.
it's a great book. I'm like going crazy over this book. I'm like reading it and rereading it and rereading it. Dreaming about it, having fantasies about it. I'm just kidding. That's just like perverted. I hope she doesn't hear that. But yeah, it's an awesome book. Like, I don't know. I think about what the future holds if we can only be able to harness it. And there's actually a school in New York City. It's called Quest to Learn. It's a public school that actually, it's a gamified public school. You literally learn everything from 6th to 12th grade through video games.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
They
That's
just
cool.
opened it in 2009, and the first class to graduate is going to be in 2014. So we will see how smart they become. But anyways, it looks like we're going to cut this episode short. Well, not too short. It's actually been 47 minutes. But anything else you ladies want to add to the topic before we end this session? Alrighty, thanks again for listening to Gaming Valkyries. If you like what we talk about, if you have a topic, by all means comment below. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and to our Facebook. And thanks again for watching / listening. And I'm Nars.
I'm Allie Mia.
I'm Kitty Annalise.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.